Welcome to the Lighthouse Theater. Excited to be here for this one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was gonna miss this.
Time for our tail of the tape. Terence "Bud" Crawford. And he'll be facing Shawn "Showtime" Porter. He came in 3 pounds under that, 157. He's 5'6" tall and has a reach of close to 70 inches.
An amazing reach advantage that fighters do not expect to see in this kind of fighter. The jab is unassumingly long and sharp and fast, and that will really put you off your stride.
Terence "Bud" Crawford, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. He also can crack at welterweight, one of the best to ever do it. Shawn "Showtime" Porter, the 2-time welterweight champion of the world, born in Ohio, but fighting out of Las Vegas, USA.
This is going to be an intense stare-off before the fight starts.
And now it's time for the official introductions, and for that, we go to the Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is the acclaimed 3-division world champion and 2-division undisputed champion of the world, Terence "Bud" Crawford. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Northeast Ohio, here is a welterweight champion of the world, Showtime Shawn Porter.
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
The wait is over. The speaking stopped. The fight begins. Now, let's get the answers.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. Digging into the ribcage now. Clean jab. Beautiful counterpunch. We expect a dramatic rematch here in this one, as Crawford was able to stop Porter in the 10th round back in Las Vegas in 2021.
Porter said the first time, you know what, Crawford was just too slick. I thought I had his number. Now you got to remember, Porter's style is so irky-jerky. One knows what you just can't figure out. He's got a pace it's hard to tune into. And he thought, I've got Crawford's number.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Shawn Porter just got rocked. How did they not go down?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he got to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Only catching air with that hook. Nice counter. Swing at us with the hook. Despite what the... Oh, wait a minute! Uh-oh, Porter is on wobbly legs! Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
You work all the way through camp. I need you to go back.
You were thinking, you were smart. You weren't global.
And there's the bell for round 2. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
And He wasn't ready for that counter punch. Good counter punch. And he scores with the counter. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. They exchange punches. Welcome inside this unique environment, a beautiful theater, ready for a fist fight.
You're getting everything tonight. And you know what? When you're in a theater, you know you've got to perform. There's no cutting corners. There's no making of excuses because you're going to be so transparent. All laid out there.
A perfect counter shot. That hook is parried away. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Swing and a miss with that left hook. Catch and shoot. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt, made look so easy.
Come on, do you want to win this fight? Have you got complacent?
And there's the bell for round 3. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter punch caught him clean. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Counter punch right up the middle. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye. They're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight. A counter punch is smart.
Porter backing up after that heavy shot. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Has to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
I want to think of holding on here for a minute. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Right uppercut can't find a home. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be abs.
Switching off. Right, let's go out.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing it.
Whoa, hold on a second, Johnny. Crawford is dazed. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
misses with that jab. That left hook missed. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He threw a punch and just got countered. His stamina is off the charts. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. There's a counter shot. Big swing and a miss with the hook. That counter shot lands. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Do you believe this? Bud Crawford just got knocked down. That punch to the head looked so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Forget about that round. It was a bad round.
Wait, I love that. I love that. That jab's slick. Now, I don't want you to...
You've done all your work all the way through camp. Get this block.
Take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered.
And there's the bell for round 5. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Nice counter shot. Punch, counter punch. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And that jab just missed with the left hand. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Good counter punching. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. A perfect counter lands. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And that pump misses. That hook was off target. Nice exchange here from both men. Well done with that counter. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round.
Big breath.
On to the 6th round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Look back in the history books. some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. It hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
How about that time counter shot? They are not going to let this one go to the judges. His stamina is off the charts. I guess showboating is part of their plan. Nope, that uppercut does not score. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that.
He's too tired. He's not getting back.
Round 7, here we go. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Beautiful counter shot. Swinging, and Porter goes down. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
It's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your eagles hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Well, we knew this was going to happen. Some taunting. Nice counter shot. Nice count. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Let's talk about Shawn Porter in that last round. What a huge momentum. Round 8, and we're off again. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. And Down goes Crawford. A big headshot, and he goes down. We have got to see that again in slow motion.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
Oh, and now they're just rubbing it in. Nice counter shot. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Uh-oh, Porter is on wobbly legs. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Good work. That's it. Breathe. Just get your breath back. Good work.
There's the bell to start round 9. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Nice counter. That straight hurt him. When are we going to see a jab from these two? What heart, what desire, but at what cost? There goes Shawn Porter. And it's a one-hitter quitter. What a knockout shot. Let's take another look.
That's lights out right there. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Come to me.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Let's talk about Shawn Porter in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath, thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Come on, you're switching up.
Good work.
And there's the bell to start round 10. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at a middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history book.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. The straight right just misses. These fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
You've switched off. What you're doing? I need you to...
Gaps will appear. Don't be looking there for one shot at...
back into this. You're better than this, kid. Go back out there and win the round.
Not getting back up. Just keep him on the end of your jab. You're getting your time in already. That right hand's beautiful. Beautiful.
This is the 11th we've entered the championship rounds. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
You'd like to see more jabs. The straight right just misses. Fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Beautiful counter shot. So he's going to taunt here. I don't know if that's the wisest strategy. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get the...
Switch on. Get out there and switch on.
There's the bell for round 12. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You've heard the phrase, finding a second wind. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The straight right just misses. Both men step back for just a moment. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Punch, counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Pretty lopsided decision there, a unanimous one.
Unanimous? You know what? Smarts that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.